How to be respected. In today's video, we will talk about respect and how to make sure other people respect us. Let's clarify immediately that there's a big difference between being loved and being respected. In fact, it may very well happen that we don't like a person, but we respect her. To answer the question, how do we get others to respect us? The first thing you need to ask yourself is, what are the behaviors that lead you to disrespect another person? What are those things that make you lose respect for someone? We all have our faults, but most of these do not have a direct impact on the level of respect that others show us. In this video, we'll see 17 particularly important factors that we must work on to ensure that others always respect us. Number 1. Keep your promises. This is by far one of the most important actions you can take to start gaining respect. If you took commitments lightly in the past, don't do that anymore. Always honor commitments and promises. If you find yourself having a lot of trouble with that, it probably means that you make more promises than you can keep. Number 2. Don't make excuses. Your actions are based on your choices, and barring some unforeseen circumstance, there's no reason for excuses. Own your actions. If you're late, it's probably because you did not manage your time effectively. If you didn't finish a job, it's most likely that you didn't focus on the task at hand or you got caught up doing unnecessary tasks. Own up to your mistakes, and instead of dwelling on them, look for opportunities to move past them and commit to doing better. Number 3. Stop apologizing. People who are constantly saying "I'm sorry" without giving it a second thought are usually not the ones that are well respected. There's a time and a place for apologies. Sometimes you make mistakes that affect family and friends. You can apologize to them. Meanwhile, stop using the word sorry 100 times an hour for every little thing that goes wrong, especially in the workplace. Number 4. Have a moral code. Many people overlook this important little piece of advice. What do you believe in? What's important to you? What makes you mad and want to change the world? These kinds of questions will get you to the core of your own personal moral code. Figure it out and share it with the world in small amounts. All the great leaders of the world had a clear moral code. Forget hoping for respect. Some people will respect you and some won't. You can't control it. Focus on feeling good about yourself and what you do. Find ways to measure what you do and evaluate yourself using those standards. If you're doing what is right, what is best, and what works for you, and those things are helping you achieve your goals, then the people who matter will naturally respect you. But better yet, you'll respect yourself, and that's the best respect of all. Number 5. Don't waste other people's time. If you respect others' time, they'll respect yours. This includes not being late for appointments, not spending meetings talking about useless items, getting to the point fast, bringing up issues right away, being succinct, and of course, making it easier for others to make decisions, especially when they're busier than you. Number 6. Learn to say no. Don't feel guilty about saying no once in a while. Don't worry about missed opportunities either. You don't need to agree to everything that someone asks from you, especially if it's a superior or a client. Sometimes you're more respected by saying no rather than agreeing to doing something. When you say no, you show you're not afraid of admitting that you value your time and that you don't have time for everything. Number 7. Stop gossiping immediately. Always act as if the person you're talking about is right there with you. You need to respect others, even if you don't like them. Everyone has desirable and undesirable traits. Realize this and talk from this fundamental belief. If you talk behind people's backs, you and your reputation will quickly become irrelevant. Number 8. Be open-minded. At the other extreme of having a moral code is to remain open-minded. Being open-minded is not complicated, nor is it in conflict with having a moral code. It simply means that you acknowledge that you still have so much to learn, and you continue learning from others even if you have a strong core belief system. Number 9. Believe in your ideas. Don't discard your ideas, even if they seem funny, weird, or unorthodox. Embrace your creativity and follow through with your ideas. If you follow through, you'll achieve something great, and others will wonder how you came up with such a unique idea. The thing is, most people have these unique ideas, but most people are afraid to follow up and implement them because they seem too far-fetched. When it's necessary, make sure you speak your mind. People who are highly respected have strong opinions on many topics and lots of ideas about how to improve things. Don't be afraid to mention these ideas once in a while, especially during a meeting, brainstorming session, or casual gathering. Number 10. Stop talking. Sometimes you need to stop talking and listen. People who talk endlessly without pause are not usually respected, with very few exceptions. Listen to others. Stop talking about yourself all the time. Genuinely listen to people. Really listen and try to understand them. Use silence to your advantage. Not every pause should be filled up with noise. Taking a moment to consider a thing before you open your mouth is almost always going to command respect. Listening is an active process, not a passive one. Actively listen by taking your own opinions and thoughts out of your mind and actually hear what the other person is trying to convey. Most often in today's conversations, one person's comments trigger thoughts in the listener, who then brings forth their own story along the same lines. Instead of telling your tale, ask questions that encourage the speaker to tell you more. When you practice effective listening skills, you'll make others feel important and validated. Number 11. Care about others. Start caring about others. Pay attention to your surroundings and the people in your life, whether it's at work, home, or church. Genuinely caring about others and showing concern during times of need shows empathy, a powerful trait of good leadership. It also shows that you don't only focus on yourself and that you have the emotional capability to pay attention and give help when it's needed. Not everyone can do this, which is why it's so powerful. Number 12. Speak up when you're mistreated. Don't just take it when someone is mistreating you or taking advantage of you. Be professional and diplomatic, but don't be silent. Speaking up for yourself is not always easy to do, which is why it's the mark of a person deserving respect. Number 13. Stand up for someone else. When you see injustice around you, do you ignore it in order to avoid confrontation? Sometimes you have no choice, but there are moments when you need to stand up for others, especially when they can't stand up for themselves. You don't need to please everyone. Don't be afraid of confrontation once in a while, as long as you do it in a diplomatic way. Number 14. Control your emotions. Make sure to curb your instant reactions to things that make you highly emotional, whether it's good or bad. Sure, it's okay to be yourself and show enthusiasm, but remember that good leaders and well-respected people know the difference between responding and reacting. The latter is not a good habit. Number 15. Admit to your mistakes. Regardless of your position at your company, it's crucial to take ownership of your work and your missteps. Don't make excuses for things when something's gone off the rails, Kerr said. In fact, Taylor mentioned a study she ran that found 91% of employees said they were more satisfied with their job when their boss admitted to mistakes. Be open to hearing other people's perspectives, Kerr said, and potentially changing your mind based on what you've learned. Number 16. Be able to laugh at yourself. Kerr has led surveys that found leaders who practice self-effacing humor tend to be more respected in the workplace. I often say how ironic it is, he added, that people who take themselves overly seriously, we tend not to take those people very seriously. Number 7. Understand that respect is reflected. Respect is a direct reflection of how you treat others. Building respect takes time and is earned as you interact with others. When you don't feel respected, it's easy to overcompensate and start barking orders, micromanaging tasks, bragging about your accomplishments, and demanding attention. This behavior pushes others away and results in less respect. This is a common problem for new managers as they learn how to effectively lead a team. Qualities of the most respected individuals I work with include quietness, thoughtfulness, and inquisitiveness. These traits reflect their desire to respect and listen to others. When these leaders make a decision, no matter how unpopular, their teams are accepting because of the respect they have for their leader. If you liked this video, don't miss the video How to Improve Your Social Intelligence that you can find on this channel. I invite you to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell if you haven't done so already, and wish you a wonderful rest of the day.